is not that the companies before us today are taking too many posts down. The issue is that they're leaving too many dangerous posts up. In fact, they're amplifying harmful content so that it spreads like wildfire and torches our democracy.
Good grief. Welcome back, everybody. It's Chris Salcedo Show here. Massachusetts Senator and radical leftist Ed Markey saying that big tech is not suppressing voices enough online. For more on this, we're joined by Dennis Prager. He's host of the nationally syndicated Dennis Prager radio show. Also the co-founder of Prager University, a website where folks can learn about all sorts of topics and engage in national discussion. Unlike Congress, it appears. Mr. Prager, welcome back to the Salcedo Show. It's always great having you here. Now, you have Democrats calling for more censorship of big tech here. The totalitarian nature of Democrat socialism and that political party is on full display, no?
Well, I think the most important thing I could say, if I literally had 2 minutes with you, this would almost suffice because this is so important. As it happens, by incredibly, I guess, good luck, my field of study, I know nobody else who majored in this, was communist affairs. That's what it was called. I studied communist countries. I learned Russian in order to read Pravda. I know the left as well as I know anything in the world. I've studied it my entire life. And this is what people do not know and need to know. Everywhere, without exception, that the left has power, it suppresses dissenting voices. There is no exception from Markey to Lenin. And that's the way it is. And it's not true for liberals. Liberals are for free speech. Conservatives are for free speech. The left is not. Markey is a leftist. The Democratic Party has abandoned liberalism for leftism, and therefore it will do whatever it can to suppress dissent.
Tell me about Stories of Us. It's a program you guys are putting on, and it seems to be, from my understanding, is it appeals to disenchanted Democrats.
Yes. Well, the whole PragerU appeals to disenchanted Democrats because we make people on the left. We're not a political organization as such, but we do, in fact, present very powerful arguments by very persuasive intellectuals on behalf of our values. And that is why the left fears us. There's a school, it's a national story. There's a school outside of Toledo, Ohio, in which the teacher assigned the students as extra credit to watch something that was conservative because they were getting a lot of liberal content or even left-wing content. And so the teacher said, pick any PragerU video. They're all 5 minutes. And beginning with HuffPost and going to Yahoo News, the whole left exploded. How could a teacher possibly assign a PragerU video? And the reason is they know that 5 minutes of persuasive conservative talk can undo an entire year of left-wing indoctrination. And that's the truth. That's why they don't want 5 minutes of these kids' time to be devoted to conservative thought.
Let me ask you this, and I'm going to do a little, I wasn't going to ask you about this, but since you brought it up, I received an email today from my radio show from a school district in North Texas called Keller ISD. This was the question that was put to one of their students. I guess it was some sort of a constitutional test or a quiz. If you had to give up one right outlined or listed in the First Amendment, which right would you give up? That's what this teacher, air quotes, wanted to know. If you were going to have to give up your rights, which one would it be? Why is that question so nefarious?
Well, even not nefarious. Well, because they are preparing the students to give up the right to free speech. Look, 40%, according to Pew, more than 40% of young Americans do not believe in free speech. This is their words. Do not believe in free speech for hate speech. But of course, that means they don't believe in free speech because we all think that the speech we don't agree with is hate speech. So it's a pointless statement. It means you don't believe in free speech. This is the first generation in American history of whom that is true. That is because it's the first generation, or at least second, that has been only taught a left-wing view of life.
Well, in my view, the reason why we have violence in our streets, the reason why we have censorship in the Congress and on campus is because of the state of the government-run education system. Doesn't this highlight the importance of school choice in this country?
Well, of course it does. I have been begging parents for so long to reconsider, first of all, sending their kids to college. As I have said for decades, sending your child to college is playing Russian roulette with their values. The only difference is in Russian roulette, only one chamber is loaded, whereas in college, all the chambers but one are loaded. Parents need to understand this. Parents who cry to me, literally cry, about how their children have become alienated from them and their values because they went to X, Y, or Z college. My heart goes out to these people, believe me, it truly does. But what did they think would happen? And now it's not a matter of college. Now it's elementary school. Schools are now teaching the 1619 lie of the New York Times about America being founded in order to preserve slavery. This is a gigantic lie. It's an obscene lie. Why would you send your child to learn obscenities about America? I can't. Therefore, the answer is either school choice. If there is a school to choose, that's good, by the way. That's not always the case. Or what I think ultimately is either a religious school, if it's a truly religious school, not all religious schools are, or homeschooling. I hope to see homeschooling boom. I think that's the best answer.
Yeah, part of the silver lining of the China virus right there. Dennis Prager, it is always an honor to speak with you, sir. We will do so again.
Newsmax TV is now America's fastest growing cable news channel. We give you the real news you need. So subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us a thumbs up. If you like this video, share it with your friends. Newsmax TV streams live on YouTube for free. Newsmax TV, real news for real people.